Holy smokes! I knew you had a lot of stuff. I didn't know you had this much stuff. What would you sell a couple of props for?
For that side, they're running over $1,000 a piece.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa is right.
Buffalo Joe, what a character.
He's a nut.
Wingnut, you might say. Did you know, Scott, that the Lone Ranger never shot to kill a man?
That must be why I didn't like him that much.
You're really into this killing part here.
And I think we got to have a sale of some sort.
I think that's a great idea. $300 anywhere? $300. Do I have $300? Do I have $200? Do I have $200? Do I have 10 cents?
Slow down, slow down.
I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
Anytime I get the opportunity to drive up the Cowboy Trail, I'm all for that. It's an adventure.
It's always an adventure when you're driving. And we're not far from where they filmed Unforgiven, Little Big Man,
Open range,
Open Range, Jesse James.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, this is serious, serious cowboy country here. So we're going to see Wietze. Wietze's a guy I've known for 20 years. Huge collector of cowboy memorabilia.
He lives in the right part of the world if you're a cowboy fanatic.
Yeah, he does, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I'm excited because I've sold Wietze stuff over the years, but I've never actually seen his collection.
Well, let's go meet Wietze.
Hey, Wietze, good to see you.
Nice to see you, Scott.
Hi, and I'm Sheldon.
Nice to meet you, Sheldon.
So what's the brand on your hat?
Well, that's actually RR for Roy Rogers.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to come and have a look?
I'd love to see your stuff.
Okay, come on along.
So you moved it out of the house?
Well, yes, my bachelorhood came to an end, and the wife decided she needed more of the house.
Holy smokes! I knew you had a lot of stuff. I didn't know you had this much stuff. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I expected, except squared.
Took about 8 years to put this all together in here.
Like to take it out of the house and set it up in here?
Yeah, get it all set up again, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Awe-inspiring. If you're at all interested in the genre, this is the place you want to be. My hat's off. I've never seen a collection like this before.
Well, thank you. I actually started my collecting when I was probably 10 years old.
This is a kid's dream room.
It's mostly memorabilia dealing with TV and movie westerns from the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh God, I've never seen this. The fast draw, rapid fire, wanted dead or alive gun and holster set?
Well, it was good versus evil. You always knew who the good guy was, who the bad guy was.
Look at that, Sheldon. Look at the cardboard Davy Crockett rifle case.
Oh, yeah.
That one I don't think has ever been fired because it's still got the little daisy sticker on the trigger.
Right.
This is hilarious. Going back to school, kid.
Yeehaw, we're going back
Could you
to school.
imagine getting that?
Right, you actually wanted to go to school.
You wanted to go to school with that school kid. This could be a museum, is what this could be. And I'm guessing there's nobody in the world that's got a better cross-section of cowboy collectibles than you do.
Just a fun hobby.
I love the way Wietze has laid it all out.
James Zarness up there, and he's got Chuck Connors over there.
You go from area to area, and it's an education.
Roy Rogers over there.
Roy Rogers was a person that was easy to think of as a hero. I met him at his museum in California, and it was just like talking to your friend you knew for years. Yeah, I run into a lot of people that collect either Roy or they'll collect Hoppy or Gene or just some of the TV westerns.
But you cover 'em all.
I kind of cover them all. That's why I've sort of run out of room.
What did you have in mind for this?
There's a lot of guns in there.
Lots of pieces.
About $30 for the whole box.
That's fair. I was a little slower on the draw than Sheldon on that one, because I sold that box to Wheatsa less than 6 months ago with twice as many guns in it for 20 bucks. He took all the parts he'd need and sold them back to us for 30 bucks. So who's the smart guy here?
Me, quick draw. Hey, Lorne Green. He's a Canadian cowboy, so got a soft spot for Lorne Green.
He actually did radio in Canada for years.
In Toronto, I think? Is that right? Yeah.
And then went on to be famous as Ben Cartwright in Bonanza, yeah.
I just had to laugh when I saw the Lorne Green touch of velvet art. Oh. it's a Lorne Green Bonanza velvet painting.
Really?
Yeah. Wow, there's a rare one.
What'd you find, Scott?
Trigger Canadian lunch kit.
Just Trigger.
Just Trigger. One of the things that caught me the most is how much advertising there was. Everyone thinks Star Wars started the collecting craze with advertising. It was really the Cowboys. Yikes. True Grit toilet paper.
It's rough, it's tough, it's True Grit.
I thought I'd seen everything. I mean, that was so bad for so many reasons. I'm gonna just grab a couple of things and see if we can maybe put a package together. This is cool, why don't we grab this? That's funny. So we got the Roy Rogers chuck wagon and we got a Jeep behind it? Like, how does that work?
Because it started in '51 after the war. Boys really were into Jeeps then. So that kind of added to the show. So they've added the Jeep Nellie Bell.
Who's Nellie Bell?
Who's Nellie Bell is the
Jeep?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's funny.
Extremely rare toy. This is fun. Now that's a hard piece to get in good shape.
It is.
That's a piggy bank, but I love the little lock on it.
He's got the little Roy Rogers horseshoe bank, another rare toy.
That probably, in that condition to sell, would be $200 to $250.
Really?
Whoa,
Wow.
it's that rare.
Yeah. To you, I'd probably let you have it for $100 to $150.
We'd probably go for the 100.
Okay.
As opposed to the 100, as opposed to the 150.
Yeah.
See what else we find. I always loved Paladin and Have Gun Will Travel.
Paladin, of course, was all in black, eh?
And he'd kill people too.
Well, he would, yeah.
Yeah.
He is the first of the TV guys that would actually kill someone.
But only if they needed it.
Yeah, that's right. Never killed anyone that didn't need killing, right?
Scott's always in it for the blood and guts and glory. Did you know, Scott, that the Lone Ranger never shot to kill a man?
Did
He
not
was
know
always
that.
wanting to disarm or wound, but never kill.
That must be why I didn't like him that much.
You're really into this killing part here, Scott.
Think about it. If you were in a gunfight with somebody, would you try and shoot the gun out of his hand? See, these ones were weighted pretty good. You could actually use
yeah,
those.
yeah. It wasn't until Gunsmoke and those shows started coming in that you got what they call the adult westerns.
Chuck Connors, lever action gun, extremely rare toy.
Dun, 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 dun. The rifleman, I love the way he fired that gun.
There's one right behind you that
Yeah.
actually had Chuck Connors and Johnny Crawford signed.
Oh, wow.
They usually sell for anywhere from $250 to $350
Unboxed.
unboxed.
Wow. So what would you sell that one for?
$100 and a quarter.
Can we just put them down and think about these for a minute? Davy Crockett guitar. These are plastic, aren't they?
No, actually, they're
Oh, this
not.
one's not. Wow, that's a weird one. This would have had presumably a sticker.
That had a little sticker, so that is missing. That's why I upgraded. Mine does have the sticker on.
I mean, it's got to be a rare piece.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of them.
Okay, so what would the retail be on this?
Probably retail around $200.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. Sometimes you take a bit of a lump and you move on. You're not going to win each and every time.
Come back to that one, maybe. Let's see what else is back here.
Let me dig some more. Check this out. Wild Bill Hickok and his buddy Jingles. Do you have any other Jingles memorabilia?
Well, pretty well all the old shows had a comical sidekick.
Right.
Remember when I talked about people getting shot? That's what should have happened to Jingles.
What?
Wild Bill Hickok was a serious lawman. He wasn't a joke like that.
Well, come on.
He killed about 30 men with a gun. That's why I don't like Jingles the Clown.
It's not fair to Jingles.
These were kiddie shows. The 50s Westerns, mid-50 Westerns were mostly zeroed in on the kids, eh? I grew up with it. It's part of your childhood, but everybody has their own little thing they remember. I think you outgrew
Have I gained a little weight?
Maybe we put two together, Scott.
Okay, let's get to the task at hand here.
Well, Scott, I think we should talk. Let's see if we can pick out some of our favorites.
Yeah, we gotta have the rifleman gun.
Yeah.
We gotta have that Roy Rogers
Rogers.
wagon and the Autry holster because I think we can get that gun fixed.
Yeah. Hopefully we can do a deal on the whole shooting match.
If you're cherry picking the cream out of his stuff, he's gonna want top nut for the stuff you're cherry picking from him. Whereas if you take the good, the bad, and the ugly, the price on the good items is gonna come down. And let's figure out what we think we could get for it. I do a 2-count process to figure out what I wanna pay. I think we could probably squeeze 200 out of the gun. What is the retail on all of the items? And I do a rough calculation of retail. You know, we're talking about $1,000 retail.
Yeah.
And then to make sure that I'm not off base, I count the 4 or 5 best items at retail and say that's all I want to pay. I'd like to be in it at 5 or 6.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be beyond that.
We'll see. So
Okay,
what are you thinking?
for the whole works,
Yeah.
how about 750?
Well, I was 700 each, 750 each.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, to be frank, I mean, normally if it was anybody but you, I'd be coming in at $400 on the lot if it was anybody but you.
Okay.
So
Well, make me a counter offer, and
I'd much rather be in it at 5 than 750.
what if we say 550?
I think we can do 550, no problem.
That's very
That's
fair.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yep.
And you're gonna pack it all up yourselves, or?
You bet.
And I'm happy with what I got, and they were happy with what they got.
When everybody feels that they gave a little bit, that is always the best deal.
Now we have a critical mass of stuff to sell. We can set it out on the table, and it's going to attract cowboy collectors. That's a good buy.
That was a perfect price, and we came upon it as gentlemen. Hey, thanks a lot, Weitza. That was a lot of fun.
It was a pleasure.
Hey,
Really
great
enjoyed
seeing
it.
you again.
You too.
For once, I
Scott.
buy from you.
Yeah, it's been a little different. Yeah.
And that was the most incredible collection of cowboy stuff I'd ever
Oh,
seen.
thank you. It's nice to see the thrill that they had when they saw all this stuff.
Now that we know what you got, we know we're never going to find anything you don't have.
You never know what you might find. Take care.
See you
Thanks
later.
a lot.
That was unbelievable. We got some good stuff, though.
I love the stuff we got.
Yeah, the rifleman gun is a real rare one, that one.
Da, 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 da.
You know, and I've sold him a lot of stuff over the years, and I never imagined the breadth of his collection.
Yeah. Some of the things he had in there, he's had since he was a kid.
Yeah. You know, that just goes to show you, though, what you can do with a lifetime of collecting.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, have you been keeping track of the mileage we've been putting on?
Been on the road so long, we haven't had a chance to sell anything.
As the bank account is going down, the warehouse is filling up.
Yeah, if we're gonna go pick it again, we gotta get some more room.
Maybe we should have an auction.
I think that's a great idea. I think maybe we should rent a hall, invite all our buddies in, and invite a bunch of other people in, too.
Yeah. One way or the other, we got to move some merchandise.
We're going to see Joe at Buffalo Air. He's got a couple of hangars full of stuff. He buys old planes, refurbishes them, and then either sells them or flies them. And I'm hoping we can find maybe some airplane props.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Can always make money on airplane props. And you know, there's always some cool things you can buy out of an airplane that make a real good decorator item. So maybe we'll see some of that.
Hey, look, a plane coming out the hangar.
That's Joe's.
Oh, wow.
This is great. Buffalo Air Express, here we are.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Hey, Joe.
Sheldon.
Yeah, Joe?
Scott.
Yeah. Finally found me. It's like one day, all of a sudden, in walks the sheriff and the bailiff.
Hey, well, we heard you got a hangar full of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, we were in the bar last night, and the guy was talking up your stuff.
Talk to the ladies in the bar.
Well, he was the bailiff.
Oh, he was the bailiff.
You can tell right off the bat, you're never going to get a straight line from this guy.
Come on in here, have a look around, but don't look too much.
Whoa,
Whoa.
yeah.
Wow.
There's tons of stuff everywhere.
The hangar has about a 40-year accumulation of things.
I am still a kid, and I still keep my toys. I don't really collect anything. Things sort of come my way, and I keep them warm and cozy till somebody wants them. And we fly airplanes. We fly around Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. And I really like flying because roaring down the runway after 30 seconds, I'm looking at all the earthlings down there and all the problems of the earth. And I don't have to face those problems till I land again, if I ever land.
This looks pretty luxurious. A guy could actually live in here.
That's a vintage 21-passenger DC-3.
Will you get this one up and running again?
Oh yeah, that airplane will go off and earn her living with us. You know, we want to get into the water bomber business, so Alberta needs water bombers all the time.
I'm looking more for the toy ones as opposed to the real ones, though. I'm not seeing anything right off the bat that would fall into the area of collecting that we deal with, but we're hopeful.
I get into the car business, if you want to get into the cars.
Oh, you're doing some restoration here. There's lots to look at. Whoa, you need sunglasses here.
Whoa! There's a cool little room where he had a lot of really interesting hood ornaments and chrome parts.
That's 47, 46 Monarch.
Make a great, like just a desk paperweight sort of thing. And I would have been happy to pay 75 bucks for it.
200.
Whoa. Had a gorgeous Pontiac with an Indian head on it.
100 and a quarter for that job.
Yikes. Everything I liked, he wanted retail for or more. Will this come down on me?
Yes.
You just don't want me digging this Studebaker grill out. That's the best part of a Studebaker right there.
By saying that, you're pricing it, aren't you?
If you're doing a Studebaker, that's your holy grail piece you have to have, right?
So don't plan on doing a 50 Studebaker because you're not getting this.
You're not gonna sell it to us?
No.
Now, what am I going to do with a couple $100 in my pocket? I'll probably loan it to somebody before the sun sets tonight. Come on in here. This room don't exist because this is one of those rooms where I hide stuff.
Hey, Joe,
What?
what's the deal with the cars? Like, aren't you busy enough with airplanes?
Well, I got a lot of life to live yet. I collect cars of the 30s or the 40s, Mercury Monarchs, Meteors. After 30, 40 years, you know, they all sort of got to be a big family, like a farmhouse.
Holy smokes. You could drive that one, right?
You could drive that car down to Spokane and back every weekend if you like.
Real attractive automobile, appeared to be in nice condition.
That would sell for the 65 to 75 range.
Joe knows a lot more about cars than we do.
This is a 54 Monarch, that's a 57 Ford. I have no reason why these could not be yours.
Except price. If he's selling it to us, we're not gonna make any money on it. Shell?
What'd you find, Scott? If we were buying a grill, that would be the one, wouldn't it?
Is it complete?
Yeah, that's the deluxe grill. See, it's all the pieces are there.
That would look really good on somebody's wall, particularly in a bar. Those things create interest and a memory in a place. So people say, hey, do you remember that bar we were in that had the great Ford grill? You go, oh yeah, that was a cool bar. Let's go back there for a beer again.
That is a beauty.
You're looking at a $500 bill on that grill.
A bit rich for our blood to make money on it. At $200, we would have snapped that up and tried to flip it for 3 or 4. We're thinking about the grill, but I want to see if you got airplane props first.
Yeah. I'll do the thinking, you do the buying. How's that? Hey, I like that.
I don't think I can handle it.
I don't think
the
you
way
should
do.
look in here because I got stuff hidden in there, so I'm thinking again.
He's not a seller. His strategy is whoever dies with the most toys wins.
And I'd say he's got a good head start.
But I was not giving up.
Well, come on my office.
Good idea.
Oh, wow.
It's like a real guy's office.
I'm looking for something we can buy that's collectible and that we can sell.
Macho type stuff. Hey, Joe, I just spotted this prop. She's a pretty tough one up here and
A
pretty
little tough on the end.
Yeah, on both sides.
Well, you realize that the reason they put wooden props on trainers, so when they knocked the airplane over on its nose, they busted the prop, not the whole engine.
Oh.
So
Certain things are always collectible. They have that look put it on the wall. Anybody would love that. Any guy would love that. Would you sell that?
That normally would sell for 200 bucks, but I'd like to have it today for, if you don't tell anybody, I'm giving you this wholesale out the back door prices because I got a reputation to maintain.
Oh, you got to sell retail.
I can't have you going around telling people, boy, I went down there and I corned old Joe, whatever, you know. So you want a wholesale out the back door, 100 bucks.
Sold.
Really?
Sold.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're as easy as that. We're a couple of slouches, basically.
Well,
what about these?
But you remember you got to take it out the back door. You can't be telling people you got down here.
Not a word.
The price I sold for today, Christ, I'll end up in a dumpster behind the Red Rooster by next Thursday. Christ, I'll better keep my day job.
Oh, look at this. Now, what about your folk art airplane?
That's a lamp made after the war.
With the right shade, that'll be a really cool lamp.
I wouldn't let it go for less than $50 right now. I wouldn't have it if I didn't want it. If you don't have a $50 bill, I'd like to see it back up on the shelf.
I definitely have a $50 bill. I think that's cool enough. Shake his hand on that.
Done.
When it goes away, yes, you kind of miss your stuff. Like, I'd miss my shirt if I sold it. I'd be cold.
I like that.
Let me dig some more.
Wow.
What'd you find?
Oh, it's an AMF.
Oh, Scott.
It's not too often you see an AMF Harley Davidson. This one was almost mint.
It's a rough riding bike.
These things will shake your fillings out.
That's why this is a looker bike.
And not many AMFs survived, frankly. And this one looks like it's in great nick.
Is that for sale?
This bike here, 15,000 bucks, it goes to a new home.
It's about twice what we could pay for that bike.
Too bad. Oh, Scott, you got to see this.
Wow.
Yeah, those are your off Ranson aircraft.
English?
Very English, very going the wrong way.
I was really interested in the two wooden props. They were bigger than your average airplane prop. Killer props, great condition. What would you sell a couple of props for?
For that side, they're running over $1,000 a piece. You know?
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa is right.
You're selling these for $1,000 a piece.
I said, that's what the market is.
How'd you figure that out?
The last one I bought, I paid $700 for it.
Oh,
I
did
cried
you?
all the way home. I hid it under the bed, wouldn't tell anybody.
So you got a lot in the one of them. What about the other one?
The other one, it was his twin. I cried the next day over it. I had twin beds. I had to put one in each bed.
Joe's crazy as a fox. You think he's not really following what you're saying, but he is. What kind of price would you give us on a pair of them?
A pair of props like that? What kind of offer you give me? I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys got the money. I got the prop. You give me the offer.
You're trying to buffalo us here, aren't you, Joe?
No. I am trying to stay out of the dumpster.
Yeah.
I don't want to be eating used food
Yeah.
behind the Red Rooster in a dumpster.
I don't see that in
No
your
worries
future.
there.
I figured the sly way in which you answered or didn't answer my last question about how much you had in the other prop, that you've got a lot in one but not much in another one. So I'm thinking we might even be able to take you out of your investment for the pair of those for $1,000.
I don't have a lot in my shorts either right now, but I wouldn't sell one because I don't like the other one.
I don't know, you might have overpaid for one
Yeah.
and underpaid for the other one. I'm just trying to even you out here. $1,000 for the pair.
So that's a double whammy hurt. No, I couldn't take $1,000 for a pair. I know that if you bought them off me for that price, I'd have to find out where your store is and send somebody to buy them back for me because I couldn't sleep at night without them.
But why don't we just make it easy? Sell them to us for $1,000. We'll sell them back to you for $1,200, and we'll just leave them right there in the corner.
Well, if I can get you out of my room for $200, I might just do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Got any more airplane props we can take a look at?
No, you've looked at enough.
Check this out. Not a bad looking bike.
Well, that's what you use at night. You got to ride up and down the back alleys looking in garages to find all this stuff.
That bicycle was original condition. Nice painted fenders on it, great set of handlebars with a little basket, which is something Scott and I are always looking for.
That goes on the back here. That's for carrying your journal newspapers. You snap your journal paper bag in there. That's how you deliver your
You
papers.
seem experienced. Did you deliver a few papers?
Oh, yeah, I had the largest paper journal I had. Journal paper, latest edition.
What do you want for this?
That bike's probably 100 and a quarter. I gotta take this light off here.
Hey, no, whoa.
It comes off
It's
real
a
easy.
fixture.
See?
With that light, we do 100 and a quarter. Done.
It's what? Done.
100 and a quarter. That was your price.
Okay, you got a bike, you got a wooden propeller,
Now get the hell out of here,
you
right?
got half my heritage.
But there's something that's just bugging me. So one last shot before we go. What would your best price be on the pair?
$2,200.
Okay.
If I was to take the money, it would probably ruin me today because my disposition would go sour.
Well, we wouldn't want that to
I'd
happen.
rather have it not in my pocket and have it there.
Hey, it's been great.
I'll get you out of those cowboy hats and the flying hats yet.
Yeah, okay.
Never met a guy quite like Buffalo Joe.
You hold this, and I'm just gonna spin the frog.
You don't have to do a thing with him. Put it on the wall. It's an attractive piece.
You never know, we might be able to sell it back to him. He didn't want to part with that thing.
But $125, easily a $300 bike, quick flip. Always buying. We got a few things, but the best part was meeting Joe.
Yeah, well, you take care of my bicycle for me, all right?
Next time you try and buffalo me,
And
I know
and
you, Joe.
Don't come back too soon. We don't run around kissing each other on our first dates.
When we go to sell that blue plane at double what we paid you for it, we'll give you a call. You can come down and buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy it on internet. They got a model airplane off me, they got a little propeller, and they got a bicycle. That's pretty damn good. Adios.
What a character.
I think it's a bit like being a goaltender. To be in that business, you got to be a bit loopy.
Hey, so the auction is all set. Everything's been cleaned and polished. There's a catalog all prepared.
I think I forgot half the stuff we bought.
And the viewings this morning. The crowd will be coming in to take a look at it.
So what do we got to do? Do we have to do anything at the preview?
If people have questions, we should talk to them, answer some questions, you know, work the room.
We are here.
All right, this should be exciting.
Let's go see Kevin.
Kevin King.
Hey guys, come on in. Good to see you.
Oh, wow.
No, it looks fabulous.
I like the way you've laid it out.
Thanks. You guys put a lot of work in. So,
I see that.
Hopefully it all
Now,
works out.
any one particular thing people are interested in?
The horses are getting a lot of attention.
Of course.
You know, the butcher sign and the produce.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling him for the auction. Produce.
Stuff from Labrador, Quebec.
And these came from PEI, but they're from New York.
We're wondering what this is.
Came from a big oil company.
Yeah.
It's their cigar room ashtray. And that'll go reasonably tomorrow. Like, you're a cigar smoker, I can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to go to Cuba now and again.
That could be one you need. Yeah. So come tomorrow and just wave regularly.
He watches them all.
Yeah, oh, you got it.
Sales noon on Sunday.
Well, this is a bit of a flyer for us. We've never sold our stuff at auction before.
We'll have a lot of fun and hopefully we'll be friends at the end of the day.
We'll always be friends regardless.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do well, Scott.
It's up to you. You're the auctioneer.
No, it's up to the people bidding. There's only so much I can do.
I just stand here and look pretty, man. It's your job.
Get your feet off the table,
wait,
man.
wait. I put my
It's a
own-
mahogany table.
I put a coaster on it, buddy. I'm okay.
Today's a big day. A lot of our things are going to be sold at auction, we hope.
I am just pumped. The adrenaline is flowing this morning.
This is exciting. I got some tingling in the fingers here.
I was warming up in the shower this morning, Scott. 10:20, 30, a big black bug, but a big black bear. We got a few big items today.
We got a few big items. I'm sure hoping this goes over good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're gonna get kicked on a few items, but I don't want to get kicked on the big items.
And I don't mind getting kicked in the shin. It's when that kick comes a little higher.
You know, I'm a little concerned. My wife's coming today, and I'm afraid she's gonna buy something.
How's your credit? Here we are.
Here we
Auction
are.
house, sale day. Good luck in your bidding, folks.
Yeah. Wow, this is great.
It's just jammed to the rafters.
There's a big crowd. We don't know if they're lookers or buyers, but there's a lot of people, and that's all you can hope for.
With Sheldon selling and Scott presenting, we make it an event, and they're always a lot of fun.
Couple of minutes before sale time and you can feel the electricity in the air. We got good merchandise, all the ingredients for a great auction sale. Wow.
Sheldon is an auctioneer by heart, soul, and trade, and he's as excited as I've ever seen him.
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sheldon Smithens. Myself and my partner, Scott Cousins, we've been traveling around the countryside, so there's a accumulation of goods from Newfoundland to all the way to the West Coast and pretty much every province in between. Bid often and bid generously.
I am super stoked. I can hardly wait to see what happens with some of these pieces we bought.
Auction item number 1, the trepanning kit.
And I'll demonstrate. It's for brain surgery at the turn of the century. Yikes! I opened it up, but it immediately gave me a shiver up my spine. You would core a hole in to release the swelling on the brain.
All right, somebody say what? $1,000 and started, 1,000 bid. The guy that sold it to us said it's worth a couple thousand, and I couldn't believe it, but apparently there has some value. 1,100 bid, and now the 12. At $1,100 bid along, say 1,200 bid, 1,300, 14. 14 bid, 15. At 15 bid, 1,600.
The pre-sale estimate was $800 to $1,200, and sure enough, it was a runaway.
2,300. 4 bid, 25. 26. I'm asking 26, 26. 26, last call, and I have sold at 2,500. Congratulations to buyer number 900. Lot number 12 is the 1959 Coca-Cola advertising button. You got a Coke button up here.
What's the condition like on it?
It looks pristine.
There's a hell of a lot of bat droppings on it.
And for those of you that know advertising, this one is minty. $1,400 opening bid. Wow, there's some serious interest. 1,400, 1,500 now. At 15 bid at the back, 16, 1,600 bid, 1,700.
One of the things a good auctioneer does is just lets it roll, and if people are prepared to keep bidding, boy, I can call the bids as fast as they can bid.
Sold at 2,000, 155. Goodbye, good eye. Does anybody want to see a guest auctioneer, Scott Cousins?
No.
Yes! Yes!
And I love what he gave me to auction.
Lot number 100, erotica storage horn.
Exactly. I sense a conspiracy here.
Yeah.
I've seen these before. They do them with walrus tusks. They make naughty bits on the end of them. This is quite interesting. Even though this wouldn't appeal to everybody, there are collectors that pay huge money for erotic things. That is a scrimshawed powder horn. It's a storage horn. You wouldn't take that in the field. You'd put all your powder in the house, and then you would fill it up again and have something really neat to look at.
At least in your mind.
How do I do this? Just talk fast?
Ask for an opening bid.
Can I have an opening bid of, say, $300? $300 anywhere? $300. Do I have $300? Do I have $200? Do I have $200? Do I have 10 cents?
Slow down, slow down.
I got 10 cents in the back. Can I have $100 anywhere?
Yes.
Do I have $150? Do I have $150 anywhere? The thing that's going through my mind at that point is, how can I get off this stage as quickly as possible? Somebody put up their hand quickly. 100 and a quarter anywhere, 100 and a quarter anywhere, 100 and a quarter anyway. Sold it, $100. I started the bid at 10 cents. I got it up to $100. I think I did pretty good.
What'd we pay for it?
Way more than that.
As an auctioneer, Scott's god-awful. As Vanna White, he's a lot of fun.
You did great, though.
One of the highlights of the sale, the pair of livery horses.
They would have sat in a livery store, and in fact, they did sit in this livery store in Montreal from the 1920s to the 1950s when they were taken out of the store.
We paid $15,000 for the pair of horses.
I just can't get those horses out of my mind. I'm thinking this is an opportunity we just can't pass up. We have both seen one other one in our life. Nobody we know in the business has ever seen the smaller horse, the cob horse, and they come with 2 original catalogs from that livery stable and 2 thermometers from that livery stable.
They really are rare. I hope there's some serious interest. Bid along, somebody say 20,000 the pair.
Somebody say what? 17,500? Well, 15,000 and stop me soon. Well, would you say what? 12,500?
I'm a little scared. Not real happy about the way the horses are going. I was a little worried at the start, and it's panning out like I thought it would. There's just not too many people prepared to step up and pay for those horses.
Well, $10,000. And I think that's probably our cutoff line. We haven't really had reserve bids here today. Thank you very much, 10,000 bid. We tell you what, if we get a second bid, they're going to the highest bidder today.
But it takes two to tango. You need two bidders, and so far we've only come up with one. I need another bidder.
At 10,000 bid along, say 12,500. 12,500 where?
You'll never get a chance like this again.
No.
And I hope nobody buys it. I'm a little scared because Sheldon's saying I got 10 and the next bid, we're gonna sell them. And I'm thinking if somebody throws their hand up at 11, we're gonna take a kicking on those horses.
11,000 anywhere? No? Well, thank you for your bid. It's a serious offer, but we're gonna withdraw them.
What do you want? She offered, well, how much do you want? I'll bid against myself.
12,500, not a cent less.
12,500 is bid. 13,000 anywhere. Fair warning. I'm delighted you guys got it. Congratulations.
Yeah. Buyer of the day. That was the buy of the day.
It took me a few items before I got the swing of it again because I haven't done it for 10 years maybe.
It's in her blood.
Sometimes you gotta roll the dice.
But you know, the game is this. You take the good with the bad. And I just gotta say, I've been doing this garage selling with my mom for 25 years.
Yeah, and Scott learned everything he knows garage selling with his mom, including we arrive at the garage sale, he pulls up with the passenger door, that's me, right beside the hedge or the wall, so I can't get out. And he's dashing away. Yeah, lot number 97. Scott and I had a lot of fun buying this piece. This has probably been back and forth across the country many, many times.
They're irreplaceable.
What'd you replace it with?
LCD TVs.
One technique a good auctioneer will do will put a cover piece, a key piece, on the front of the catalog. Invariably, that piece is a runaway.
At $1,400 bid along, 15 bid, 16. I've got 15 just in front of you. 16, sir. Thank you. 17, 18, 19, 2,000. At 92 bid, 2,100, 22, 22 bid, 23 bid, 24. At 2,300 bid along, say 24. 24 bid, 25 bid, 26. At 2,500. Are you sure? Last call at 25. Everybody else is out. Last call, and I have 25 and a 6 in a new place. 27, 28. 28 bid, you want to say 3? 3 bid, 32.50. 250 anywhere. Let you still back in, sir. It's not too late. At 3 bid up front, 32.50, and I have sold the clown at 3,000. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
155.
We design, build, and operate restaurants, and we are looking for trinkets, signs, bottles, and amusement themes for a couple of new spots that we have coming up.
We paid $700 for the mask. That's a score.
I know there's going to be some interest in this. Red neon meat sign. Scott, check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Meats.
That is so great.
That is just incredible, that neon.
We love the meat sign from Bowden. It's got everything you want. It's big, it's bright, it's historical, it's Alberta.
Will somebody say $1,000? Thank you. 1,000 bid. 1,250. Thank you. 1,250 bid. 1,500 now. 1,250. 1,500 bid. 1,750. Thank you.
I wanted that sign, and apparently my wife wanted that sign too.
31 because you're a pretty lady. 31 bid. 32. 33.
Because she was heavy in the bidding on that sign.
34 bid. 35. 35. No, don't look at her. Look at me. 35 bid. 36.
But there was one guy there that was clearly buying for a purpose. Because anything big, bright, loud, he was the guy buying it.
39. 4 bid. And 41. Are you sure? Boy, you gave it a really good shot, madam. Thank you. Sold it, $4,000.
If she'd have got it, we'd have paid for it, we would have hung it in our house. Sheldon and I are partners in things, and for the most part, if we get a really good item, neither one of us just says, well, I want that. We put it up for sale at the highest bidder, and we buy it ourselves at that price if we want it.
Lot number 75 is the Jumbo Bell. There's Jumbo!
It was one of the old guys that said, that's probably the bell off the train that killed Jumbo.
In 1885, P.T. Barnum's circus appeared at St. Thomas, and sadly, after the show, it was a very large locomotive, apparently, struck Jumbo. Jumbo perished.
There is controversy, and I would go so far as to say significant controversy as to whether this was the bell off the Jumbo train. If this was the Jumbo Bell and could be proven to be it, it could be $50,000, $100,000.
I maintain that it is the bell.
And I maintain that you should be very careful about thinking that this is the bell.
It was a... Anyhow, somebody say a couple $1,000s and start it. 1,000, thank you, sir. 1,000 bid. 1,500 where? 15 unbid. 2,000 now. At $1,500 bid along, 2,000 bid in 2-3 places. 2,000 bid, 2,500. 25 standing, 3,000 now.
I can't help but smile. I'm watching this bell that we've said isn't the Jumbo Bell just keep going up and up and up.
At $62.50 bid along, say 65. 65 bid, $67.50. At 65 bid along, say $67.50 bid, 7,000. Are you sure, sir? 7,000, last call. Thank you for your help. Sold it.
Holy
160.
We were not making any representations this was the Jumbo Bell, and it still went for $67.50. That was a big number.
Thank you all. You know, this has just been so much fun, something that we'll remember for a long time. So thank you all.
If I thought the day was going to be here, it was here. That was the best auction I've ever been at, and I'm glad I'm the consignor.
It's the best auction I've been to. It's hilarious. Good seeing them up there. Jokes, laughs, stories.
It's been entertaining the whole time.
The day was an awful lot of fun. I think Scott and Sheldon are going to be happy with the results of their picks once they get the check.
Have you seen this, that many smiles on that many people's faces for a long time?
You know what was really unusual today is there's usually things left over. Like not every pot finds a lid. Everything went.
I think it helped that you were doing the auctioneering. You did a great job as an auctioneer.
Thank you very much.
And I did pretty good holding the stuff up, right? You know, I looked a bit like a pretty girl.
Yeah, that was really a special day. The stars aligned today, Scott.
Getting ready to draw.
It looks like he's going to get shot, but I think he's okay.
He is, because he's the star.